The history of SANMAR is filled with unconditional care and stories of success of the children and families that have entered our programs. SANMAR started in 1883 in downtown Hagerstown on the corner of South Locust Street and South Potomac Street. The history of SANMAR was for 44 years at that orphanage site, which served critical community needs for the orphans at that time. In 1927, there were concerns about the community conditions in downtown Hagerstown and the needs that were present for children. So a campus was identified in Boonesboro, Maryland, and the children of the orphanage moved to Boonesboro to what is now today SANMAR, and was for many years known as SANMAR Children's Home. For the next 60 years, from 1927 till about 1985, the children of SANMAR were served in a group living environment. But in the mid-'80s, a strategic decision was made to start to think about how we could meet critical needs across the state of Maryland, that there were unmet needs for a population of children in foster care, teenage girls. So from 1985 all the way up until about 2016, SANMAR was really known well for serving the needs of adolescent girls who had experienced abuse, neglect, and various forms of trauma in our residential settings as well as in treatment foster care. And that reputation carried us over that 135-year period to be known as a provider of excellence for residential services for teenage girls. In 2013, SANMAR started to make some strategic decisions based on the needs of kids and families. We were exploring the needs of the children in our residential and foster care programs, and we had concerns about long-term success and making sure that kids were positioned to do well long after they were in our programs. As we started to explore that, we started to learn about other best practices across the United States that had proved to be able to work with kids and families earlier in their communities and be able to never have to enter their children into a residential type of program. So SANMAR made some bold decisions, and we decided over the next 3 years, from 2013 to 2016, to slowly begin the process of closing all of our residential programs. Even though those were recognized across the country as a program of excellence, we decided the more that we could do to serve children earlier, that it was our moral responsibility to do so. So in 2016, we first opened our outpatient mental health clinic, the Jackie Barr Center for Wellbeing. Then we began the operation of our Bester Community of Hope program, which serves a particular neighborhood in the south end of the city of Hagerstown with comprehensive services in education, health, and family services, as well as neighborhood organizing. And finally, we decided we were going to continue to provide foster care services for Maryland, but we were going to be very intentional about how we serve children in the context of a family and partnering with birth parents and communities of origin to make a difference in the lives of that child, not just while they were with us, but long after they moved on. At the heart of SANMAR's approach to working with families is the concept of unconditional care, which includes 5 basic concepts. The first, whatever it takes. We approach the work with kids and families as if these were our own kids. What would we do? We would do whatever it takes to help our own children, and we want to approach kids in foster care or the kids in our local communities that we're working with the exact same way. Relationships matter. We believe that the relationship has the power to transform lives in a way that a positive, healthy, and nurturing relationship can bring about a strategic impact to the life of a child, to a family, or to a community. We want to be better together because this is extremely hard work. And the work that we're trying to accomplish in the lives of children and families can be very difficult at times, and we cannot do it alone. It requires community partners, it requires neighborhood residents, it requires all people on the same page to help a child. Having fun's priority. We have to be able to smile and enjoy ourselves during this difficult work. And SANMAR puts a lot of energy into making sure not only our employees, but the families and children we serve are having a great time. And finally, everyone has strengths. If we focus our beliefs around the idea that there is inherent strengths that exist in every person, and it's our job to find those, elevate them, and lift them up, we believe that we can help position kids and families for success. SANMAR's mission today is to cultivate hope and well-being for children, families, and communities. And our vision for the future is that children are safe and nurtured, families are strong and resilient, and communities are connected and thriving. We hope that you'll join us on this journey today as we explore the opportunities that exist in SANMAR's program and ask yourself, what can I do? What can I do to be a part of this amazing organization?